Hey guys, thank you for joining us today. Just comment where are you from and then we can begin the webinar. This is going to be the exciting webinar. Guys, just please comment where are you from and where are you from joining. This would be great to hear about yourself. And if you can introduce yourself in the comment, that would be fantastic. Hey Andrew, just comment where are you from? Arthur, Geoff, Ritvik, Val, Sujit, Jocelyn, Yunus, uh, pronounce events. Okay, sorry, I pronounce your name incorrect. Okay, Evans, hello, thank you for joining us. Just comment where are you from, and we'll be begin the webinar. Hello, oh hi, you're joining from New York. Awesome, thank you for taking your time and joining this webinar. Awesome. Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you're watching this webinar, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in for yet another webinar, yet another episode of PitchGround Product Webinars, where we bring in amazing products. And this is the webinar for yet another incredible product. So stay tuned. I'm very much excited for the today's product show. Let me know if you're also excited like me. Type yes in the chat box and we can begin the webinar. Just type yes in the chat box so that I'll also know, yes, you are also excited like me to start the webinar. Awesome. We're getting so much of replies. Thank you. Thank you so much for replying in the comment box. Guys, you have a website, but no leads. You put a lot of efforts into your website driving traffic, but never seeing any real return on that investment. Isn't it frustrating? But did you know that you can still get people's data visiting your website? You heard it right. Yes, we have a solution for that. Meet Trek. Trek can help you track your website visitors to get to know the companies visiting your website. Turn those visitors into hot leads by generating up to 4x more leads. Identify the lead score and close them. Hello guys, this is your host Swapnil. We have Krunal from Trek.io. Krunal, if you can just take a moment to introduce yourself and share your entrepreneur journey before we dive into it, that would be fantastic.
Hey, hello everyone. I'm a Krunal and I'm a founder of a track. The journey is basically we have been working on a track from last few years. Initially, I got to know about we also have our IT services company, and in the recent market, everyone is spending a lot of money on SEO marketing and all that. And at the end, the main purpose is to generate the more leads and create the awareness. So in that journey, I also exploring the marketing tools and something I did not find the tool that I was looking for. Definitely, there are a lot of tools are available, but the one unique tool that I was looking for, some features were missing. We decided to create our own product, and that can handle a lot of other things like to generate a more leads, to give triggers, to provide a chats, to provide the more insights about the websites are created on, to provide the features like watch. So that's what like we have created with the track. Mhm.
Awesome. Kunal, we would like to hear about your company, your team, and the Trek journey so far.
Yes, so currently we are, if I say about the team of the track, currently we are a team of 8. So the most of the team members, the 3 team members are working on a technology side, 2 members are working on the sales and marketing sides, and 2 members are basically working on the architecture, database, and all. So that is the team that we are working right now. And the journey is basically initially we started to provide only with the leads, but after working with the providing the leads, we get to know some of the questions arise, like let's say if I said that someone is visiting from the Apple or someone is visiting from a Google, right? Then another question is like, okay, there might be thousands of people are working whom I need to connect. So, to solve that feature, we came up with the idea with the chat that, if someone is visiting from Google, then you can set up a trigger that, okay, you can get a notification on an email or, on a chat that, okay, someone is visiting. So we can, try to jump on a chat and try to connect with them. So keep on tracking, looking at the, the things and the product. We gradually keep on adding the features depending on the user feedback and from our learnings.
Awesome, awesome. That is pretty fantastic. So also, if you don't mind, if you share the entrepreneur journey before the trek, how was you get into the trek, and what was the thought that came in your mind that you should build an awesome product like trek? That
Yes. If I give you the more idea, we are a team of 50 team members. We are IT services also in a company. So when we are in the one business, we wanted to we were doing a lot of software development, mobile application development. So that is our core expertise. And our main challenges was because my background was a technical background. I started my journey 13 years back. I was a developer. After that, I worked and developed a lot of different products. So that was my stronghold. But when we start a business, you might have to explore the sales, marketing, and a lot of other stuff. So in that journey, I get to know that okay, we are writing blogs, we are generating a lot of the visitors to our website, but sometimes we have a questions like, okay, what are those visitors are, where they work, right? What kind of their interest, what is their journey? So let's say if I wanted to get an idea, okay, this user has visited a demo page, what
Mhm.
was his journey was there. If this visitor, I wanted to create a trigger that if someone is visiting on a contact us page, then I should get a notification that I can send and give some offers. So that was the thought behind creating the product, because I did a lot of the research, but I did not find something similar to it, and that's how we started creating the product.
Okay, so the problem that you were facing, to track those leads, because what happens is we get a lot of visitors, right? But we don't know who are they, right? Google Analytics just give you the data that okay, number of visitors, 100 visitors visited your website, and these were the pages, but it's a blind, it's a total blind game, right? We don't know what are those visitors, who are they, from which company they're visiting, what are their emails, what they, who are they, what's their name, right? So this kind of data which is not available, I have not seen in any tool, right? And even though some of the companies who are providing these kind of solutions, but they are charging hefty fees. And I have seen few companies who are paying huge amounts to track that backend data and retrieve that data so that they can utilize it into their cold email marketing or the further follow-up or marketing strategies. But the trick is the solution which is very affordable, which is right now on the lifetime deal on patreon.com. So we are very much excited to just see the product. And if you can just I think it's a time to dive into the product itself, and we are really excited to learn more about it. If you can just share your screen and let's just showcase the product to everyone, that would be fantastic, Kunal.
Yeah, sure, sure. So if you see, right, you can see my screen. I will give a brief idea about, the what are the, real challenges that, as a website owners, we usually face. And after that, I can give you an idea about like, okay, how the track can help you in that direction. So I hope you are able to see my screen right now.
Yes, we are able to see your screen. And guys, if you have any questions related to the product, related to the demonstration that we are going to showcase you right now, and anything related to plans and pricing, which is listed on the pitchground.com, please comment your question and answer questions into the comment section, so that we'll be happy, and it would be easier us to track those questions and answer your all the queries that you have. And if you have anything related to anything, right, apart from the question and answer, you can obviously chat in the chat box. Yes, Krunal, go ahead, please.
Yes. Uh, so if you can see over here, right, as we all know that these are the very common problems that every website owners are facing. The first one is very common, that we are putting a lot of efforts on our website to generate more leads, and that is a very real problem that we are doing SEO, we are doing the paid marketing, we are doing the social media marketing to generate the more leads. So that is the very common problem that we all are facing. The another problem is basically limited visitor analytics and monitoring. So sometimes what happens, let's say someone has visited a page on a contact us page, and I wanted to see the journey of that user, but it is very difficult to find those kind of analytics. And with the help of we are trying to solve similar to that ineffective website chatting tools. So sometimes we want to see the real-time tracking, that where the user is visiting on the website, he's going on the about us page, is going on to the contact us page, what is the journey of the user. So accordingly, we can change our page and we can give the offer. So let's say, so depending on that, that is the one real problem that everyone is facing: inaccurate and unproductive real-time data. So real time, we want to get the idea that, okay, what browser is user is using, what are the operating system, what kind of system they are using, what. So that's how the real problem is also there. So waiting for a client to come up on a chat. So if you see that there are a lot of chatting tools are available, and the agents are waiting over there for 8 hours to give a support to the real-time client and all that. Holding on to a prospect over a website to keep a hold on a visitor, that is a really big challenge. The other than that, lack of alerts to set up a triggers, the automations on the website, on the tracking, right? It is also a bigger challenge. So those are the challenges every owners face, and today I will explain that, okay, how we can handle those challenges.
Right. Awesome.
So
these are the problems that you're solving through Drake. Awesome. Pretty fantastic.
So the first one is, let's discuss about the the low conversion of a visitors to customers. So we have developed a website. A lot of visitors are coming, right? But we have seen that sometimes the people are not filling up the forms. We are not filling up the demo forms, not doing the sign-ups, right? But in that case, our analysis can be, hey, I want to get an idea that why visitors are not filling up the form, why the demo forms are not filled up, right? So we might want to get an idea from where these visitors are coming from. And in that case, if we get an idea that, okay, someone from the so-and-so company visiting the page, then, our sales team can have an MQL, it's a marketing qualified lead, that they can utilize and connect to the people working there, that, hey guys, you are looking for something similar to that. We are trying to solve this kind of a problem. So, if our one funnel is not closing the lead, then our another way is to, if you are getting the leads, we can close it such a different way.
Right, definitely. Because what happens is 80% or more than 80% of your potential customers will first have to trust your website before purchasing. And if you start diving into that funnel, there is only 2 to 5% of the website visitors, those turns into leads. And if you're missing out on that important data, and it's really hard to keep track of all these leads visiting your website, and it's even harder to identify which ones are worth pursuing, right? And people are missing out that critical part, because even though if you look it out the funnel, right, 80% people are visiting your website, and only 5% is the conversion rate. And if you don't know who are they, that 5% lead pool, so it's definitely right, you're not doing anything for your business, because you're losing out on those leads. It's pretty critical thing into a marketing, into a business. And people are not focusing because they feel like, on if just embed the chat widget on their website, and any form widget, and they think like people will go ahead and fill out those forms, or else people will start initiating chat with your chat window. So it's not happening, because until and unless there is something strong system you have implemented in your website, you're not able to track those blind leads. And Trek is the solution which track all this data from the backend and gives you the real-time information that who is visiting, from which company they're visiting, and whole lot of data which you can utilize into your marketing and the further campaigns. Yeah, over to you, Krunal.
Yeah, definitely. And if you see the another big problem, if you see in the normal ideal world, right, the website conversion, if you see around 5% of the users who will buy a good products right away. But if you notice, right, 20% of the users are just checking the things out, no intent to buy. But in case of the 75% of the users still looking to answer and get the clarification, and track its own ways to work on those 75% audience from your traffic and help you to grow your business, because they are confused, they are not sure, and that's where the track helps to convert those 75%. And if you see, right, in most of the cases, we have noticed that we have a two kind of users. Some of the users, they want to work such a way that, they are self-understanding. So we have designed a funnel, and one of the user comes in, right? They know they want to go through the product, they want to read about it, they will want to play with it, and they are very self-understanding, they are getting the better idea, and they are moving forward with the product. They want to try it. So that is the one way of the, one type of audience that every website visitors might have. And the another one is the lack of trust, where the people are little confused. They are, little concerned what is the product is about, we should go with it or not. They might have a lot of questions. So in that case, how we are solving? We are solving things with the, let's say, you can set up a trigger that the demo page, we have set up a trigger that, okay, if someone is visiting on the demo page, then send a notification on the email or a Slack that, where the someone from the sales team can directly ping them and, give them an idea that, hey, you are not able to set up a demo, we are here to help. Just, I will be available at this time, what is your availability? So instead of waiting for the customer, we have a sales team, have a triggered in place for the demo page. So let's say we have an e-commerce website where someone has already added a 5 items into their cart, right? But we have noticed that, after adding those items, we are on the checkout page, but user is not buying from the last 5 minutes. And we can set up a trigger that, okay, if someone is on the checkout page, send me a notification on a Slack or email. Someone from the sales team can come up and say, hey, you have added a 5 items, the total amount is this. They can give you a 10% discount if you buy it in a 5 minutes. So this is kind of, the dynamic and the real time way we can, market the things, and we can set up the triggers so our sales team or some of the, the representative does not need to be online all the time. So that is the biggest problem that we are solving.
Right, and definitely right. So this is the biggest problem that I'm also seeing. Like what happens is the real problem that I'm seeing is you're losing leads because you're not getting in touch with them quickly enough, right? By the time you contact them, they may have already gone to competitor. And Trick.io gives you a real-time chat to get into get in touch with your potential leads as soon as they come on your website. So this is pretty insane solution, and this is not an ordinary tool, guys. It's an enterprise tool, which other websites or other business are spending huge amounts to get those kind of data, and you're getting into if you're getting this data into this deal, which is really very affordable, at a very affordable price tag, because you have to just pay the one-time fee that is lifetime for whatever plans that you're going for. So over to you, Krunal.
Yes. And so another problem, let's discuss about the when the people are not able to invest the time. So what happens, when we are operating a business, we have a lot of, the responsibility, we need to do this, that, right? So no one has the time to, sit on the chat and, check, okay, who are the visitors are there. And so basically that's where our automation comes into the place that, let's say you want to set up a trigger that, okay, if someone is visiting from United States, and if they are living in a New York, and if they are working into a specific country, company, right, working for a specific company, and if they are visiting, send me a notification that, okay, someone is visiting from a New York and he works over there. Then the sales team get a notification, and they can connect directly instead of waiting over there idle and waiting for the users. Let's say we have seen that some of the visitors are visiting our contact us page or a hire us page, right? We want that, okay, this time we might have missed to connect with that lead, but we can set up a watch on those leads that, okay, if those guys are visiting our website one more time, then send a notification. So this time we don't miss it, because it's a really hot lead that we know they might be visiting our website again and again. They are going into the contact us page, they are going into the checkout page, right? So those are the important ones that we don't want to miss it, and that's where the automation notification triggers comes into the place. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
right.
yes. And if you see, right, in case of the managing existing client revisiting our website, uh, so there are many cases that we have an interesting feature called watch. So let's say we have a team of the sales team, right? And one guy is working for the New York leads, one guy is working on the Chicago leads, one guy is working on Europe, right? So we have a tagging system in place. If they have added a proper tags, and if they have a put a watch on it, so if there are any activities on those tags, they will get the notification on it. If they can also set up a watch for a specific kind of company, that someone is visiting from a so and so company, we want to get a notification of it. And so let's say if you are working on a one specific company, following up like, okay, what are the visitors are doing activities, what kind of activities, what are their browsers are there, right? So it will give you the the more details, more understanding about the specific user. So when you get to connected with the the real user, it would be easy to sell, because what is their journey, what they were looking for. They were coming to the website through a Google or a specific portal. So you get to know that, okay, whatever activity, SEO activity you are doing, that is on the right track or not. Because you can see how many leads you are generating from an ad campaign, how many leads you are generating through a social media campaign. So that's how we can see, and you can set up a watch on those revisiting clients. If I give you the the little bit of idea about the demo of the product, how it looks. Uh, so if you can see that over here, that we have a dashboard. This is the track dashboard. Uh, if you can see that we have here the total number of leads, average leads, the leads. So if you see, we can see the the how many leads we had generated here on the 10th. What are the leads of the 26th? So if you click on it, it will show the list of all the leads that are generated on those days. If you see the top pages over here, we can see that whatever leads we have generated from the which pages. So we know that which pages are performing better and we are getting. So let's say if these pages are doing better, then we want to see that how we can do it better on the Google, and if there are some possibility to improve the ranking of it or what, and which pages are not performing better, we can work on it. So it gives you the idea about the our strategy. We can see the which top countries our leads are generating. We are generating the leads from the United States, India, Brazil. So these are the countries. If you see that, in case we are getting the more traffic from the Google and Reddit. So this is the dashboard that will give you the more detailed idea about. Mhm.
Awesome.
And
So this is the analytical dashboard wherein we will see what are the leads that we are getting through the chat widget or that widget we have placed on the website, and everything regarding the leads, regarding the top countries, regarding the top sources, top pages, everything is in front of you in the dashboard itself. So you will have the high level idea that from where, from which country, from which sources your lead is coming, right? Instead of just having the blind data in front of you, this is a trackable information in front of you. So you will you can start framing your marketing activities and you can start working towards it. So this is pretty fantastic. Yeah, over to you, Krunal.
yes, so here is the another page, right? This is the leads page. If you see, right, we can see that, okay, what are the other leads we have. So if I go to the leads page, I have selected one of the filter. So if you see here in the leads page, right, we have all the list of the leads. So this is the company that is from the Brazil, another one is from the Bangladesh. We can see that, which pages they have visited. So the one company has visited the top 10 Flutter and React Native UI libraries, the best JavaScript frameworks, right? So those are the leads. So in some of my cases, if I talk about my use case, the one of the use case that I want to, find the list of the companies, they are coming from the Upwork portal. So that is the one case. Okay. So if I remove it, right, I can get an idea. Okay, these guys are coming from the source that I was looking for. I can simply go over there and, I can set up a watch that in case if they are visiting once again, then I will get a notification on the email as well as on the Slack. So I don't miss it to connect with them.
Right. So
Uh,
this is pretty useful information that we are getting. It's not just the visitor that have visited to your website, but along with that, we are getting the information that which company he is belongs to, or in which company is working. For example, if you consider this lead, which is we are currently seeing right now in front of the screen, which gives me the information like the visitor is visiting from the Osage Municipal Communication Utility, and which is based in Iowa and United States, right? Along with the IP address and the page that that person has visited, along with the time, right? 4 minute something seconds that that person was there on that page, and which device that person is using, then the browser and every other information, along with the first visit and the last visit. So this is pretty solid information that you have in front of you, which you can utilize to narrow down your marketing activities and start targeting on the different aspect of the visitors which are coming through and coming from their sources. So this is pretty good. Yeah, over to you, Kunal.
yes. So in case if we go back to the leads and if you see here, right, with the in case with the leads as well, we can see the technologies. So if you go to this website of the topnet, you can see that that website was created using the pitch tools. So let's say we are a startup that working on a payment gateway like a Stripe, okay, or a PayPal. So if you can see that the some of the things that they are using a PayPal or a Stripe, then we can get an idea. Those are our competitors, and we might want to connect with this customer because they are using a PayPal, and we are providing the same features with the page deal, then they might want to try our product. And or let's consider this is the advertising tool that the trade desk that they are using. Then if we are working on the some similar to advertising tool, then they are the lead that okay, you might want to try our tool, we are creating similar to that. So this is how we can see and find out of our competitors, and accordingly we can also try to connect with them as well. We can see that all the pages of the Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn are all available over here.
Yeah, definitely. For example, Krunal had just said like we can get the stack information, the technology stack information of that company, whatever programming language that they are using on their website, along with the different advertisement tools and the analytics tool. For example, we'll just take this same example, Topnet, the company. Okay, they're using Google Analytics, but they do not have Facebook Pixel in place, or they're not using any Facebook advertisement, right? So that is the potential lead, right? You can see, for example, this person or this company is not using or not have not implemented Facebook Pixel on their website. They're not using Facebook advertisement platform. So that can be a potential lead for you. You can pitch your services to them, right? So by this way, we can also go like, what are the things that they are using? What are the things that they are not using, which you can pitch them as a service? Yeah.
Yes.
Over to you, Kunal.
So another one feature is this is the really interesting feature. So if you see that I have a set up a trigger, or we can call it a custom feed. If I go there, what I have set up that okay, if someone is visiting a URL that is exactly to the contact us page, right? I want to set a notification on my email. So whenever any visitors comes on our website and they are visiting a contact us page, then I get a notification that someone is visiting a page, you know, from the India. You can see that, someone visited from 25 minutes ago. I can simply click here and I can simply chat with them that, hey, are you looking for something? We have been doing, you can see someone from the Delhi just visited it, and that's how we can connect with them. We can uh, do a sales speech that, okay, these are the offerings we have in case, because currently what happening, we are always waiting that they have to submit the form. We are giving the another way. If they have a good deal, they want to pitch their idea to their customers, but not want to wait for the whole day. So that is the one way of doing it.
Right, right. So this is really pretty awesome feature, because what I'm seeing here is right now, the person who is visiting to the contact us page, that person is potentially interested in your service, right?
Yes.
Okay, for example, if you have 100 of pages on your website, okay, people are coming, browsing, consuming content, and then just dropping. But the person who is, consuming your content, and they have convinced enough whatever you have written on your website or whatever product and services you're offering to them, and they are visiting your contact us page, that means that is the hot lead for you. And if you're missing out on that lead, that is means you're missing out on your business, right? So if you have set the triggered, the option that Krunal has just now shown to us, that you can set up a trigger on the contact us page, on the contact us form, and as soon as that person is, visited to that page, you will get a notification on your email, as well as they have the Slack integration as well. So you'll get a notification in your Slack, in your email, stating that this person is there on that page. You can quickly click on that, that lead or whatever form that you're going to get on your email. You can click on that, and you can start chatting with that person, because you have the upfront information of that person, that company, and whatever information that we have just now seen. So this is a highly chance that you can convert that lead into a prospect, into a customer, right? Because I'm not seeing this any tool that is offering this kind of services, wherein offering this kind of feature wherein you can set up a trigger on the basis of the action of that person, and you can initiate your conversation with that person. This is pretty solid, because as I said, as we are discussing that, 80% or 90% or 70% of people who are visiting to your website, they are just consuming the information which is there available on your website. And if they convinced, okay, so out of that 80%, only 5 or 2% people who are gonna, getting convinced on the basis of information that you have provided, and they are your potential leads or potential customers. And if you're not tracking those users, if you're not, having passing that information to those customers, means you're losing everything, right? Even though you have Google Analytics in place, no use, right? For example, if you're having millions of visitors, but you don't know who are they, you are not able to contact with them right now whenever they are available on your website. You don't know on which page they are available, in which page they are, they're consuming content. So there is no I don't see any sense of tracking that information, how many people have visited to your website. What you will do that with that kind of data? Because that is just a numbers, right? That is not a real customer, real visitor on your website. That is just a number. You can proudly say like, I have thousand of customers visited to my this page or that page, but who are they? Are they your customers? Have you contacted them? No, because you do not have that information, right? So this is pretty solid information that Trick is providing to us, that you can initiate the chat right now, so that you can start chatting with that customer. You can start having the conversation with that user or the customer, and you can pitch your further services, and you can, convert that lead or convert that visitor into a prospect, into a lead. Yeah, over to you, Krunal.
Mhm. And if you see that it's a real-time users, then we can see right now that these are the real-time users, and these are the idle users. What are their current pages on? What is the referrer, the source of it? What are their user agents are there? Let's say if you want to, you can see that these are the first visits of the users. These are the returning users. We can see this is the second time they are trying to connect. If we want to, let's say this is the second time visitor, and if you want to see that, okay, he is looking reading a blog about the re-indexing of Elasticsearch, then we can say, hello, uh, do you need any help with Elasticsearch? So, this is how, in case we can see the real-time notifications that, maximize the window. So we can get an idea that, okay, there are some activities on that side as well. So this is how the real-time notifications really helpful in case if we want to initiate something from our side.
Right, right. Again, one more point that I want to make it here is you are initiating a chat basis on the browsing history of your customer, right? For example, you are selling XYZ item, okay, and you have set up a trigger that whoever is visiting to that page or that product page, once that person is visited, you are directly initiating a chat setting like you need any help with that, understanding that product or understanding any service, or do you have any if you want to discuss about the pricing, whatever we have listed, we can offer a discount, right? So that is
Yes.
means what, that user don't have to say anything about whatever he is browsing or whatever he's looking for, because you have that information beforehand. So that anyone, for example, if we are talking and you said like, okay, you guys are looking for this, we have the solution. So what happens is you have half convinced that person to have the conversation with you, right? So this is pretty insane because uh, I see a lot of potential with Trek, and you can generate huge and huge leads through Trek because you have all this information beforehand, even though customer realizing that you're tracking that information through the backend. And this is pretty insane. Yeah, over to you, Kunal.
Yes. So, as we have seen that, we have a dashboard, leads, custom feeds for the triggers, real-time chats, and we are also working on a lot of new things that, whatever we are coming across and whatever the feedback that we are getting from the client that, okay, this might be interesting. So definitely we are also working on the database of our leads that, how we can optimize our data on a regular basis. So a lot of things are on our plate. We are doing, we are not waiting for any release for a month or 2 months. Whatever the features are completed, we are very agile. We are releasing on a week to week or whenever the feature is ready to go live. So we are doing a very quick release of a new features and whatever the the request from we have from the customers.
Awesome, awesome, pretty awesome, and we are pretty impressed with the demonstration that you just have shown to us. And guys, it's a time for the giveaways because we follow a ritual in every webinar wherein we reward giveaways, right? So before we dive into giveaways, we'll take few questions and then we will go to the giveaways part. So yeah, we got so many questions, guys. If you have any questions, please ask those into Q&A pop-up or Q&A section, because that would be handy for us to pick up those questions from that window. So first we'll take the question from Evans. He's saying like, can we grab person and work email and use those emails to create a lookalike audience?
Uh, so can we grab a person and work email and use those emails to create a lookalike audience? I am not sure about how to create a lookalike audience, but yes, we. What do you mean by like it is? There is a big challenge that when someone is visiting on a website, we cannot find the person through an IP that okay, this is the person A or person B. So that's where we have created a chat features that we can initiate a chat, and that's how we have a window that if we are interested into a specific person or a visitor that okay, we can sell or send a message in such a way that we can collect an email. The initial challenge was we were showing the leads, but there were a lot of questions like, okay, in that company, that might be thousands of people are working. Who am I should be, how I can know about the person name? So that's how we have integrated the chat that you have a window that you can take that part way to get an idea about it.
Right, right. I'll also answer this question. I mean, Evans, if you're looking for a lookalike audience for your Facebook ads, right? So you can use it in this way. For example, we are getting information about the company, right? We are getting information about that visitors, the stacks, right? We're getting information about the email, right? So you can create a Excel or something like that. You can start capturing those information, and basis on that you can create a lookalike audience into your Facebook ads campaign, and you can nurture them ahead, right? So this is the way that you can utilize that information ahead in your marketing campaigns. Yeah, the next question is, again, Evans is asking, like, is there any API so that we can send the leads to my preferred CRM?
So currently, we don't have the open APIs for it, but we are planning to, generate, provide a webhooks for it in our, next release. So in case if anyone wants to connect with any CRM, that would be easy for them to connect. So yes, and the first in our case, we are planning to initially go with the HubSpot CRM integration. Definitely, that's what we are looking for, and that would be available in a couple of weeks.
Okay, so I hope that answered your question. So next question is, again, Ivan. So it's a series of questions that he's asking. So he's asking is, how accurate are the contact information? How often it is updated?
So the database information, basically, we are regularly working on those part. Whatever the data that we are getting, we are doing, the weekly and monthly updates on our data. We are getting the new data, the new IPs are getting added. So those things are already, we have a dedicated team that is working on it. So I don't see definitely we are working on it, and it's a very accurate data are there. I don't have the exact number for it, but yes, we have a process. We do the regular updates on it.
Yeah. And the next question is anonymous attendee. I don't know who's that. So he's asking is, it is kind of paid JavaScript library which can be import on any web page.
Yes. So if I forgot to, mention, let me share my screen real quick. So if you see on my screen, we have, your script where, this is the script that you can simply copy and add on any website. Once you add this script, all these, the leads, dashboard, real-time data, chats, everything will be available for your website.
Awesome, awesome. So before we take the next question, it's time for a giveaway, and let me start the giveaway process. So the activity that you need to do it right now is, the person who is gonna type a word. I'll tell you what word you need to type in the chat box. So whoever is uh, typing that word, that person wins a code of trake.io from us as a giveaway code. Okay, so I'll tell you what keyword or what is that word. You need to type it in the chat box. So the word is leads. Awesome, awesome. We're getting so many replies. Awesome. The first person who has commented leads is Evans. Awesome, Evans. You won a Trake.io lifetime deal code. And let me share uh, my email with you and the my profile with you, so that you can send your information and we can credit your code right now after the webinar. Congratulations, Evans, once again for winning a lifetime deal code of Trek.io. Yeah, so we'll pick up the next questions. Okay, so Josen is asking, can we exclude leads from some countries and have only USL leads provided?
Yes. So, let's say, if are you able to see, if I hope you are able to see my screen. If you
Yes.
see, right, let's say you are getting a lot of leads inside the leads tab, then if those leads are not, in you any of your use, then you can simply archive those leads, and those leads will be available inside the archives itself. So in case also, let's say you are not interested and you want to, see only the leads from the USA, then you can select, and there is a way to you can filter the leads based on the country as well. So definitely it is doable.
Awesome, awesome. So I hope this answered your question, Josen. So next question is from Tohin. Tohin is asking, can I restrict leads from certain geography, like certain countries and cities?
So basically, we haven't thought about it. So it's a similar kind of a question itself. We don't restrict, but basically, if those leads are not of use, you can simply archive those leads. And if the people are thinking that they just don't need it, then we can in the next release give the features kind of that they can set up a setting that we are only interested in the leads from the specific countries. So accordingly, we can track the leads. That is simply doable. Yes.
Awesome, awesome. So next question is from Tuhin. Again, he's asking, can you grab email and phone number with the help of data enrichment for the visitors?
So currently, we are not doing so. Basically, these kind of a data, email and the phone numbers that is on our radar, but that feature is not by default available. We only are providing the data regarding the social media activities and the visitors journey and the technology regarding the details. But definitely, what we are planning in the future as well to provide the contact and email kind of a details that is already in our pipeline. That feature is not available right now, but we are working on it.
Awesome, awesome. So next question is from Evans. He's asking, would be good to include LinkedIn link and other social media profiles in the visit deals, means in the visitors information.
Yes. So as I mentioned, when currently it is not possible to to identify a specific person. So if we are not able to identify a person, it is difficult to the provide the details of it. But let's assume that someone has submitted a form on your page, right? Once, let's say in 1 year back. But if the same guy is visiting back after a 1 year, then you might be able to see the information of that user with the email and the name that he has submitted last year. But yes, currently we don't have any solutions that we can fetch the social media profiles of that users. But it's an interesting idea. We should definitely explore that.
Okay, so again, he's asking, like, does it include in the leads page for quick and easy access to those links? So for example, if you have added the LinkedIn and everything, so yeah, it's available, right? We have seen a page, right, which you can expand and you can see all that information and which is easily accessible, those information.
Kind of like this. If you want to see the company details, it is already over there. The social media links are there.
Yeah, awesome,
Mhm.
awesome. And next question is from Ivan's only. Does it track customer journey? Yeah, so I've
Yes.
seen the timestamps, the stamps that the person has visited first time and the last time. So that is the information that you are getting as a customer journey, right? And even though you will get the, I think so, we can also get the information, right? Every information the person has visited, how many pages and like that.
Yes.
So can you just showcase that?
Yes. So if you see, these visitors have only visited the one page. But let's say if those are the visitor who has visited 3, 4, 5 pages, we can see the timeline over here. So it will show that user initially, but this user has only visited the one page. That's why it is showing the only once over there. But I need to see that actions. It's 46 seconds. Let me check real quick if I can find something. Those are the only the visitor having the one entry. Otherwise, it might show as a timeline. Mhm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
are you showing or
No,
can you?
like I am not able to find it right now because I need to go through a
Okay,
lot of
okay,
data. Yes.
Okay, so I thought you're showing us.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we'll pick up the next question. So user is asking that can we set up an automatic chat for chat option like chatbot? This can basically solve 70% questions user have, like give the user a offer or coupon to encourage them buying without going to do a live chat.
Yes. So currently, we don't have the chatbot features right now, uh, but we are planning to add. Because that is a very common expectations from most of our users. So we have already started brainstorming on that area, and we are planning to. We might bring that feature maybe in a month or two. So that's already in our pipeline that we are planning to add.
Awesome, awesome. So the next question is from Sujit. Sujit is asking, how is this tool gathering visitors' name, company name? So that's
Yes.
the
So basically,
core, right? The core feature of this tool, right? Yeah.
yes. So visitors name, we are not getting the visitors name, but we are getting the company's name, and that is more of a we can say we are getting the IP data of the visitors, and on the basis of the IP data, we are fetching the company details. So that is
Yeah,
the
Sujit.
that
Yeah.
is we have algorithm that we try to find the company's data on the basis of the IP.
Yeah, Sujit, also we need to understand is here that some government or some of the countries who are restricting that kind of information to be shared, right? So like GDPR or some rules of some of the countries, right, wherein we cannot publicly share the visitor's name and any other information, right? So there is some restrictions that we need to understand it here. Like we cannot open it all the information in front of you, right? So whatever information that you're gonna get it from the Drake, which is I can say 99% accurate, and you're getting whole lot of information about the company, about their email, about their stack information, about the number of pages that they have visited, and every other information that is useful for you to create a lookalike audience, to create a have the right setup of your campaigns, how and you can set up your ads so that you can drive the traffic towards a specific landing page or whatever content that you want to showcase to that audience. So you can play with that data. It's I just told you, not just before the webinar, I told you that people and the organization, there are many companies who are charging huge fees for this kind of information, and you're going to get this information within a single one time fee that you just have to pay, right, for the to afford or to get this kind of information, right? So this is pretty solid information, and obviously team is evolving, that tool is evolving, the information that you're going to get is they are adding so many features into it. So it's a pretty insane deal that you're getting right now from the pitchground.com. Yeah, over to you, Kunal.
Yes. Yes. So that's what regarding the visitor's name and the company name.
Yeah.
Uh, so next question we can pick up.
Yeah, next question. Mohit is asking like 150 leads in plan A. Is it this 150 lead per month or lifetime?
It's a month. It's a month. Every month you get a 150 leads in a plan A.
Yeah. So before we take up the next question, I'll just walk through you the plans that we have on the pitchgrant.com. So let me send that link in the chat box so that you can click on, you can visit the page. So we have plans starting from $49. So I'll tell you what are the inclusions and exclusion in that plan. So in that one-time fee, you will be getting two users, 150 leads per property, and there will be two properties that you will be managing from the Trek.io platform. And you will be having 90 days of data retention, two customer feeds, analytics, real-time chat with your live visitors data, technological data, right? Technological stacks that we have seen, that information will be available to you. Then no customer success manager, because Trick.io wants to give you the onboarding experience, right? So they are going to assign a dedicated customer success manager to your profile. So if you're going to get the plan A, that is $49, so that feature or that kind of service, the customer success manager service is not available. So if you want to have that kind of onboarding or to have that kind of assistance from the Trick.io team, then you can go for the next plans that we have. Then you will be getting email and chat support from the Trek.io team. Then all the features and updates to the starter plan. And obviously, we're offering a 60 days refund policy from the pitchground.com. The next plan we have, that is Plan B, Starter Plus plan, $97 lifetime. You just have to pay one-time fee, and you're gonna get this awesome and insane tool that people are paying huge amount to get that kind of details and that kind of visitors information. In the $97 plan, you will have 5 users, 250 leads per property, 5 properties, 90 days data retention, 5 customer feeds, and all the information, all the features that is there in the plan A. And we have a large plan that is $97 for lifetime, and in which you will be getting unlimited users, 350 leads per property, 5 properties, and unlimited data retentions, unlimited custom feeds, and all the features and updates to the advanced plan. Then we have two more plans if you are looking for a higher leads, right? If you're looking for more information, right, then you can go for the highest plan, that is Plan D and Plan E. Plan D is starting with $297 for lifetime, unlimited users, 600 leads per properties, and 5 properties. You can manage unlimited data retention, unlimited custom feeds. And we have a Plan E, that is ultimate plan, $497 for lifetime, unlimited users, 1,000 leads per property, 5 properties, unlimited data retention, unlimited custom feeds. For example, guys, if you're going to get the Plan E, in which you'll be getting 1,000 leads, and if you consider a 5% of the conversion rate, right, so that is 50 leads. And if you close that 50 leads, you just have to think that how much amount that you're going to generate out of this a single event that you're going to generate from the Plan A E, right? And that is not for a one time leads. These are the per month basis leads that you will be getting, so you can start generating leads, the targeted leads, by using track.io. Okay, thank you so much, guys. So we'll take the next questions. Does track also get leads data who are working from home?
Yes.
That's Yeah. Over to you, Krunal.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we do not have that kind of a data, and definitely that was an impact in case of the when the COVID was in rise. But I hope now everything getting settled down. Everyone has started working from the office. Uh, so yes, our data is more accurate when the people are working from the office. Yeah, we don't have the more data regarding when the people are working from home.
Yeah, I'll add one more point. For example, what happens is most of the companies, they provide secured desktop service, right? For example, you cannot just log in. There is a login portal. You need to log in, then you can start browsing and you can start doing your work, whatever you are assigned with, right? So that is the secured IPs, right? That is connected to a secured IP and secured services. So for example, if that person is browsing your information or consuming your information from that kind of secured IPs, so in that cases, that data is trackable. If I'm not wrong, Krunal, just correct me.
Yes, yes. So let's say the if their IPs are belong to the company and not their local addresses, right? Then definitely we can track it. But if their IPs are belong to their home network, then it is not possible to track.
Right, right. So some of the companies are using Citrix gateways and different secured network services, right? The proxy services, wherein your system is getting connected to the company's network, right? Through that Citrix gateway or through that tunnel. So in that cases, yes, the data is trackable because your system, even though you're working from home, but your system is connected to the official network. So in that case, is that data is trackable. But if you're using a home network and any public IP or public Wi-Fi, so it's hard to track your information, because sometimes what happens is most of the people are using VPN, right? So in that case, is that data is not trackable because your system keep routing that IP information, and we cannot track each and every information or each and every IP that you're pinging from. So it's hard to track. But yeah, it's in the future, we don't know, right? Track might be give you that kind of information as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next question is from Evans. Like, can we see the chat UI that the visitors see, and are these plans to improve in?
Yes, sure. I can show you that. So if you can see, one second, let me, okay. If you're able to see my screen, right? So basically on wherever website we have added, we can see that, the chat icon widget that is the default one that we show, that whenever someone, fill up their detail, like this, right? It can see that, okay, this is the window of the details of it. But let's say if you want to, optimize or, make the changes on the widget appearance, that you want to see it on the left hand side on the top, right hand side on the top, bottom on the right. If you see, we have, the right bottom. So we can set up over here. If I want to change the placement of the widget, if I click over here and update it, it will be, appear on the right hand side on the over here. Let's say your website is, in the different color set. You can change the color of the widget. You can change the, the background. You can upload your logo, company logo. You can change the profile icon. All these are doable. If you go, change the widget content, you can upload company logo, the profile. You can set the message. you know this is the user chat initiation that you want to set it. There is also an option, if if you don't want to make this form mandatory, we have a flag that, you can set it up such a way that you can skip that form as well. So those are lot kind of, the customization we can do with the widgets.
Yeah, thank you. So that you can, you can design the chat widget as per your color coding of your website, and if you want the placement to be, left side or right side of the top or the bottom, you can do that as well. So it's customizable, and you can customize it as per your brand colors and brand fonts as well. Okay, thank you. So the next question Mohit is asking, what is the source of tracking the company name? Is this it is illegal to track such corporate information?
Yes. So, the source of tracking company name that, we are, as I mentioned earlier as well, we are tracking the company detail on the basis of the users or visitors IP addresses. And if you see, yes, is it illegal? Because, we are not showing any the user specific details or kind of like that. There it's a really literally it's a legal to, provide a such kind of a corporate information.
Yeah, because the information that Drake is getting from the different sources, they are the legal data centers, right? It's not
Yes.
like they are scraping it from different third parties, or the doing some kind of illegal activities while scraping that data. No, it's not like that. They have the contracts, they have the authority, and the data they are getting from the source. Okay, so that source is approved, or that source is having all the legalities, and they have completed all the formalities to provide that information to the companies like track.io. So we have to understand that legalities as well, right? So next question is Tuhin asking, can I prompt a form to a visitor while inviting in a chat?
It's a really interesting feature that, so currently we don't have any forms, but, while looking at this comment, I can think of like, okay, we can provide a similar such kind of, triggers, that if someone is visiting on that page, we want to, show up a similar kind of a form or a newsletter subscription, we can definitely do that. Currently, we don't have it, but it is doable, and we can think about it definitely.
Okay, so Ivans is asking, does it track and reveal people visiting from their personal home? Not so we have just answered that. Okay, so the next question is, any plan to also add social media links without having to expand, like right under the company logo for quick access?
Yeah, that definitely we can do. It's not, but as we wanted to keep a little information on the listing area, that's why we have.
Yeah, right, right.
Uh,
There are some guidelines that Trick that IO has to go through. So it's doable, but due to some other restrictions or government formalities, they cannot expose that data. But whatever data you're getting, that is really usable. It's not something like that you're not getting any information. The information which you're getting, you can do a hell lot of things with that.
no, unlike the question was like, we are showing onto the right hand panel. He was expecting, if
Oh,
he can show it inside the row itself. So
okay,
yes,
okay.
definitely,
Sorry.
it's a UI change. Definitely, we can do it. But as per the designs, we have implemented such a way, but we can think about it.
Okay, okay. Sorry, I have taken in a different way. Okay, so the next question Evans is asking, like, what counts as a lead, email or just company name?
Just so basically, currently we are not fetching any emails data. Our purpose is, we wanted to find a company that where the visitors are working. So we are consider the company name as a lead right now. But there is another approach that we have given that in case if you want to connect with the specific user, then you can set up a watch and trigger such a way that you can connect with that user directly.
Okay, so what does properties mean?
Properties means basically, let's say you have your own three websites, right? You want to track those three websites. One property is considered as a one website that you want to track. You want to track the another website. It is considered as a second property. Third website considered as a third property. So it's one property. It is equal to one website that you want to track.
Okay, next question is, can we upload company logo as GIF for chat? Any plans to improve UI for the chat to look a bit more like Intercom?
Yes. So currently, definitely we can upload a GIF. I am current. It is currently we have not added a support for it, but it is a doable. Definitely we can think about it. And as you mentioned about the improve on the chat, that is already on our plate. We are already working on the design sides. Once the design part is completed, we will start the implementation on the UI itself. But that's already in our plate. We are working on the chat UI widget. Yes,
Okay.
definitely we can improve on it.
Awesome, awesome. So Vishal is asking what visitors information will get with the tool, with this tool. Actually, I'm into Google Ads. I run paid ads for hospitals and boarding schools. It will be great source for me if I get visitors information like email ID, country, city, name, phone, and IP address. Okay.
So yes, so except email address and the phone number, we provide all the details.
Yeah. So
So
you're getting
we yes, you can get the IP address, you can get the city, country, the browser details, operating system, lot of things you can definitely get.
right, right. So the phone number and email and the name is not visible, because if you start getting that information, that lot of spamming will be happening, right? So that's the reason they also need to secure that information so that the privacy cannot be exposed. But the information which you're getting, that is, I can say the 80 or 85 percentage of the information that you're getting, which can be utilized in a different ways, and you can you can optimize your campaigns, the ad campaigns that you are running. You can create a lookalike audience. You can target those for example, the schools and the colleges, and you can start showing your ads to them, right? So you can do a lot of things. Okay, so is there any questions that we left out? Let me just browse the chat window. I think so we have answered all the questions. Guys, if you have any questions before we wrap up, please ask those questions into the Q&A section so that we would be happy to answer all your doubts, all your questions. And thank you, awesome. So if you have anything to be shared, Krunal, you can share before we wrap up the webinar.
Uh, uh, I don't have anything specific to share, but I would say, like, in our case itself, we have seen, that those kind of a challenges we have faced, and this is the platform that helped us, generating more leads on a different ways. So definitely, I would say that everyone should at least try once, and definitely we are open for your feedback. Just share your feedback. We will try to definitely improve depending on your feedback.
Okay, so guys, this is not an ordinary tool. It's not a chat widget, just a pop-up come and customer sees and customer write down their name and email and then they initiate the chat. It's something different because you're getting the backend information of that customer, everything you can track like IP address from which IP address that he has visited, his tag information, his browser information, his company information, the company social media accounts, and every information that you're getting, and your visitor doesn't know that you're tracking that information from the backend, right? This is the enterprise grade software that you're gonna get it on a one-time fee on a pitchground.com. So guys, take advantage of this insane deal because this kind of deals which never comes on lifetime deal, right? So to be summarized, what I can say is this with this tool you get the exact number of total leads and average daily leads your site attracts for a given time frame, a clear parameter to validate your marketing efforts, analyze your leads, demographics and traffic sources to help you understand your actual target audience. Like we were discussing, like the someone was asking that can we track a school or hospital information so that he can optimize the Google ads, right? So yes, you can optimize because you're getting the leads demographic, you're getting the traffic sources from which source that visitor is visiting to your page or to your blog, right? So you can frame your ads campaign and you can target those audience, and you're getting insights into where users are landing from on your website, and what content they're reading. That is the useful information, because most of the chat visit they will just show you how many visitors has visited to your website, right? The tracking information which is available inside the track is more than that, more beyond the information that you're getting from the different tools which are available in the market, right? You're getting the information like which page they have access, and how much of the time that they have spent reading that content on your page, right? That is the valuable information. For example, the person has visited to your blog and they have just dropped out within few seconds. That means your content is not optimized. The person has not liked your content. You need to optimize your content. If that person has visited to your blog or the page or the product information and he stayed a long, for example, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, or 5 minutes, that means that person or that content is very useful. You can start optimizing that content, right? And you can leverage this data to craft your marketing campaigns that are more relevant to your target audience. And I'll tell you why people are choosing Trade.io over the rest, because it has an advanced chatting feature, accurate real-time data, client visit alerts, the alerts that I've seen, which is fascinated because that person is available on your website. He's browsing the content. You're getting notification in Slack or on email. And right now you can start initiating the chat with that person. Means you can convert that lead into a customer, right? And better service, lower prices, more features, website traffic monitoring and interacting, which help increasing leads and sales, and solid founders and the team, because team is open for all type of feedbacks, and they said like they are keep improving the tools and they're open for all kind of suggestions, right? So guys, start generating 4x leads for your business by turning your website visitors into customers. Grab the lifetime deal of Trek.io today and start generating more leads for your business and get more customers. Thank you so much, Krunal, for taking your time, taking your precious time out and sharing valuable information with us and demonstrating the tool. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll be seeing you in the next webinar. Till the time, take care, be happy, keep improving 1% every day. Thank you so much. Have a good day all.